Evil Dead Rise. I saw it. Did you see it? No? Well, if you watch this spoiler-free review, I'll let you know if I think that it's worth the money in your pocket.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother,
What is this, Daddy? I found it.
what will I be?
If this line from the trailer
Mom? Mommy's with the maggots now.
didn't get you intrigued to see this movie, then I'm not sure if anything can get you intrigued to see this movie. You'll either see it or you won't. But that line right there is gonna go down amongst the best lines in horror filmography, right next to The Strangers when she asks, "Why are you doing this to us?"
Because you were home.
Like what do you even, how do you even respond to that? Why are you doing this to us?
Because you were home.
Because we were. That's fair. Yeah, and it's more than just the writing. It's the way that it's delivered by Alyssa Sutherland, who's the actress who plays the demonic character. She gives such a condescending tone to it, which just adds an extra chill down your spine just because of the way that she says it. That will lead me into how I feel about the acting in this movie. And again, Alyssa Sutherland, I think she is definitely the highlight in this movie. She's really the co-star alongside Beth, who's played by Lily Sullivan. With Alyssa Sutherland, it's just the way she gives her performance. It's more than just a horror film character, right? She actually, I saw an interview where she was explaining how she never grew up watching horror and she always hated horror, but the way that she got inspired to play this character was she would watch Jim Carrey in The Mask, and every time he put on the mask, he became just extra. It was just like an extra delight when he became the masked character. So she thought that it could be a lot more sinister if this demonic character just got a lot more delight when it took host of her body, right, in the movie. And it shows, the inspiration shows. And I think sometimes this type of acting goes unappreciated just simply because a lot of times when you're watching a movie, especially like Evil Dead, where really, aside from the premise, it's just about being a fun horror movie and fun kills and fun protagonist, antagonist. Like the whole scope just really harkens back to just old school horror. You just want to sit down and watch it. But when an actress adds this extra inspiration to her character and you see it and you feel it more because of the different tones, the demeanor, the way it's like cat and mouse, the playfulness. Her and Cassie, who's her daughter in the movie, played by Nell Fisher, you feel the extra tension because you're like, oh, that's her mom, but this demon is manipulating, it's using different kinds of tones, but it's in a very unsettling way, obviously, because it's pure evil. It doesn't know how to be good, so it's trying to manipulate something it isn't, which is just hard to do, right? So it's acting within acting almost, and she does it so well. There's actually a moment where you see the switch actually happen. She says one last thing as the mother, and then the switch happens. And again, it just brings an extra element. It elevates that performance just a little bit more, and I think it adds to it. The setting is really great, the atmosphere, the cinematography, again, the acting, not only from Alyssa Sutherland but from Lily Sullivan and Nell Fisher. That chemistry between them was really good, which I think is a highlight of this film that wasn't necessarily a highlight of the 2013 film or the older films. To be honest, I don't remember too much about it, but just to compare it to the 2013, the acting wasn't really a forefront. It didn't really feel like anyone was adding anything extra. They were just it was just Evil Deading, you know? It's just being fun horror movie that people can popcorn watch and just see, you know, what kills are going to happen next, what kind of body horror is going to happen next, which again is in this movie, but there are acting elements that I think maybe was enhanced a little bit, whereas the killing and the other stuff wasn't as enhanced for me personally. Just comparing to 2013, it's still a really good horror film. I still had a really fun time, and there were good kills, and there were moments that were cringe. But again, I just feel like it kind of stopped at the trailer. The trailer kind of felt like it almost had everything amazing in it, but you don't get the full grasp of the atmosphere until you go and you see the full movie. Like, for instance, the tapes where they're playing that, I don't know what you would call it, like a summoning, right? Like a demon summoning, and it's playing through the speakers. There's a whole nother element to that. It's not just like they play a record and that's just what starts happening. So if you watch the movie, like, you'll understand what's going on, or if you already saw it, you know what I'm talking about. And it's really creepy. It almost feels like video game story-esque. What you see in the trailer, I feel like, is about as good as it is. It just kind of expands those particular moments. There's other moments that are not in the trailer that I had fun with. So it's not like if you saw the trailer, you saw all the only good parts. I just feel like the best parts probably of the trailer, like, you got snippets of all of the best parts just in the trailer. To go over just a couple things that I thought were negative, there's one scene in the hallway that's so extra over the top that kind of took me out of movie for a second, and I was just like really disappointed. But also, can we stop with these, like, the character should die in this moment, but then you like extend it for an extra 30 seconds, so whoever was just knocked out and just barely getting up has time to find something and then come. You know what I'm talking about? It's in every horror movie, it feels like nowadays, where it's just like, oh my god, no. Okay. Just get 911. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot right now. Someone's with a knife holding to my throat. I probably should be dead by this point, but it's taken a while to get here. I don't know what's going on. So I think you have some time. Cool. You can ping my location. Okay. Wait, is this Jessica? No way. Jessica Romano from high school? How are you? Good? That's good. How's life? It's, you know, it's alright. It's not bad. Invert the writing, if that even makes sense, right? Like, instead of the character that got knocked out and is trying to like gather themselves in order to stop whatever is going to happen from happening, just somehow create an obstacle for the person or thing or whatever it is that's gonna kill the character, so that that person that's knocked out has time and it seems more plausible. I know it's just a movie, right? You've seen it so many times where it's like, it would be nice if it just felt like smooth, and it felt like sometimes these characters were in real situations that, you know, if this happened, if this could happen, if it happened, there's no possible way you got out of that right there. But that's just me. The acting was great, the atmosphere, the setting, the cinematography, how the direction of it, the writing is really good. The kills are good, they're fun enough. Since I've seen the Evil Deads before, I just know there's others that I liked a lot, and I felt like it could have been elevated a little bit, but it was still good. I do think it is worth the money in your pocket, but for my overall rating for the film,
what are you doing over here? Well, ultimately, my rating for this movie is going to be a 7.2 out of 10. Now let's go back over there, right? What are you doing? What are you even doing here?
well, that's gonna be it for me. That's what I think of the movie. You know, have you seen it? What do you think about it? If you haven't seen it, come back after you have. Let me know what you think. Do you think I gave it a way better review? Do you think I was being too harsh on it? What do you think? Did you just have fun with it? Do you agree with me? But with that being said, you know, like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know anytime I come out with a new movie review. I know I'm kind of all over the place, so it'll definitely be helpful until I can get a more consistent schedule to put them out. But with that being said, I hope you have a great day.